Inspiration story.
In a land shrouded by mist and forgotten by time, there was a hidden village, a village so old its name was whispered only by the wind. Here, the houses were carved from giant, luminous mushrooms, and the streets were paved with fallen starlight. In this village lived a young girl named Elara. She wasn't like the other children. While they played hide and seek among the glowing fungi, Elara would sit by the whispering falls. It was said the falls held the memories of the world, and if you listened closely, you could hear its secrets. Elara had a gift. She could not only hear the whispers but also understand them. The water spoke of ancient kings and forgotten beasts. It sang of magical artifacts lost to the ages. But one whisper haunted her more than any other. It was the legend of the moon petal flower. A single, ethereal blossom that bloomed only once every 100 years. It was said to grow at the heart of the Shadowfen forest, a place no villager had dared to enter for centuries. The flower, the whispers said, held the power to heal any wound and mend any sorrow. And Elara's heart was filled with a deep sorrow. Her younger brother, Finn, was fading. A strange, creeping grayness was stealing the color from his skin and the light from his eyes. The village healers had no cure. They could only watch. Helpless, the whispers of the falls promised a chance, a glimmer of hope. So, one moonless night, as the village slept under the soft glow of the mushroom homes, Elara made a choice. She packed a small satchel with dried berries and a single, smooth river stone for courage. Then, she slipped out of her mushroom home, leaving a note for her sleeping family. The Shadowfen forest loomed before her, a wall of tangled thorns and menacing shadows. The trees were twisted and ancient, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching for the sky. Strange, glowing eyes blinked at her from the darkness. The air grew cold, and the familiar sounds of the village faded behind her. She was truly alone. Following the faint, silvery path only visible to those with a pure heart, she ventured deeper. The forest tested her at every turn. Illusions of her home tried to lure her back. Shadowy creatures with haunting cries stalked her from the periphery. She held the river stone tightly, its coolness a reminder of the falls and her purpose. After what felt like an eternity, she reached the heart of the forest. There, in a small clearing, bathed in an otherworldly light, was the moon petal flower. It was more beautiful than any story could describe. Its petals were crafted from solidified moonlight, shimmering with every color of the dawn. But it was not unguarded, a great beast. The grove guardian slept curled around the flower. Its body was made of moss and gnarled wood. Its breathing like the rustling of 1,000 leaves. Waking it would mean certain doom. Elara knew she couldn't fight it. She had to be clever. She remembered a song the falls had once sung to her. A lullaby of the ancient earth, a song of deep and dreamless sleep. Taking a deep breath, her voice trembling at first, she began to hum. The melody was soft, weaving through the silent clearing like a gentle stream. The guardian stirred, its massive head lifting slightly. Elara's heart pounded in her chest, but she continued to hum, her voice growing stronger. The lullaby flowed over the beast, a soothing balm on its ancient spirit. Slowly, the guardian's head lowered, and its deep breathing evened out. It had fallen into a deeper slumber. With silent steps, Elara approached the flower. Her hand trembled as she reached out to pluck the single, radiant blossom. As her fingers touched the stem, the flower pulsed with a warm, gentle light. She carefully placed it in her satchel and began the long journey back. The forest seemed less menacing on her return, as if respecting her courage. She arrived back at the village just as the first rays of sun touched the tops of the mushroom houses. Rushing to Finn's bedside, she found him paler than ever. With tears in her eyes, she gently crushed the moon petal flower, releasing its glowing essence. She placed a single, shimmering drop on Finn's lips. A wave of light washed over him, chasing the grayness away. Color returned to his cheeks, and the light flickered back into his eyes. He blinked, and then smiled. Whispering her name, Elara had done the impossible. She had faced the darkness and brought back the light. From that day on, she was no longer just the girl who listened to whispers. She became the hero who had saved her brother, a living legend in her own village. And sometimes, when the wind was just right, you could hear the falls whispering a new story. The story of a brave girl named Elara.